רבותיי, אחד.
For centuries, war has been waged with steel and fire. But in the blink of internet eye, the battlefield has stretched beyond physical trenches. Welcome to the age of pixels and tweets, where the real fight isn't just for land, but for minds. War is the clash of wills, but will have origin in politics. The great philosopher of war, Karl von Clausewitz, defined war as extension of political policy by violent means. Clausewitz understood that maintaining a military effort requires the people. He stressed that to avoid internal disintegration and societal strife, it is crucial to preserve public morale and make sure that the costs of war are distributed fairly. The current war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza is a clear reminder that information and propaganda are the important domains of war, which should be taken seriously by strategists and planners before they execute any plan. The capacity to control the narrative and influence public opinion has become increasingly important in determining the outcome of the conflict. Even while traditional military forces may have upper hand in the combat, the traditional interpretation of Clausewitz's concept of war was the continuation of politics by other means. In information age, the idea has a new significance. Apart from employment of firearms and explosives, the conflict in Gaza is also a fight for people's emotions, fought on the front line of digital media, including mainstream and social media. The success of Hamas' use of social media has been one of the most notable features of Gaza conflict. By presenting itself as a victim of Israeli assault and dissipating information as it happens, Hamas has been able to directly engage with audiences worldwide. Eluding the gatekeeper of traditional media, the Hamas use of social media has been particularly effective in mobilizing international support. The graphic images and videos of civilian casualties in Gaza have been widely shared online, sparking outrage and condemnation of Israel's actions. Israel's story, on the other hand, has frequently had trouble taking off. Israel has frequently faced scrutiny for trying to rationalize its acts as self-defense, especially in the light of disproportionately high number of Palestinian deaths and blatant lies that it is trying to spread, which are proven wrong immediately by audience which it tried to influence. The war in Gaza has taught observers several important lessons about the role of information and propaganda in modern warfare. In the era of information, winning the verbal battle might be just as crucial as winning the physical one. It is important for both parties to effectively communicate their aims and objectives to the audience. In time of conflict, social media has grown to be an effective weapon for both parties. It can be deployed to sway public opinion, propagate misinformation, and rally support. Summing up, the real war is war of perceptions. The side that dominates in this domain usually has the upper hand because it can create favorable realities. With the advent of social media, states have lost their monopoly over information and its interpretation. The side with convincing narrative, along with evidence, and also which displays initiative and gives interpretation immediately after news happens, to have an edge over the opponent. There are several factors like religion, culture, and economic conditions which help shape perceptions, and with little wisdom, any event can be used to create potential energy helpful for achieving political goals. A good propagandist weighs his words and reads and understands the mind of his side and that of his opponent, and then generates content. Propaganda is not a lie, but a mere interpretation of facts to influence minds. A good propagandist should be well versed in history, literature, psychology. He should be an expert in generalization, stereotyping, and oversimplification. Effective propaganda is normal and balanced communication. Extremist point of view and impression of biasness get small audience and may be counterproductive in case of opposite audience, and this is the case with Israel. That is why nobody is believing whatever it is saying. Support Strategic Analysis Group by subscribing the channel and liking the videos.